Well, that puts things into perspective for us, although we've gotten some big soaking rains. I want to thank all of our weather observers for texting us. All you have to do, 529-4444. Let us know where you are and how much rain you saw, and almost 10 inches of rain. The South Ellendale Estates. This is from Jessica. This is northern Terrebonne Parish. So some areas kind of in between some of our observing stations saw significant amounts of rain. Luling, Primrose Park, 6.4, over 6 inches of rain at Belle Chase. Eden Isles, 4.5. And we're approaching 4 inches. Little Farms at River Ridge. Official totals from observing stations that are associated with the National Weather Service office, 4.81 right now at Kenner. Belle Chase at the Air Force Base, 5.87 inches of rainfall. Galliano right now at 3.13, but notice these red and purple colors. These are areas that have already seen an excess, and this is radar estimates of 9 inches of rainfall, and so that does correspond to what some of our weather observers have let us know they received, and we are still going to add to some of those totals through the overnight. Not as much the case north of the lake, especially Washington and much of Tangipahoa, where we are drying out. Folsom dry, so kind of a steady, moderate rain across much of St. Tammany and South Mississippi. The same over the metro area, but we do have these pockets of heavier rain that are still moving across our coastal communities, and that is going to continue through the overnight, which is all being fed from this moisture that has been coming in from the Gulf of Mexico and just not really showing any signs of letting up. One of the big questions is going to be where that band set up. As you still see what is called a split flow in the upper parts of the atmosphere, you have the upper trough that is out to our west, and that's creating a flow coming out of almost the south toward the north, and then a flow down in the Gulf of Mexico almost west to east. And where you get that split, you get instability and lift in the atmosphere, and that's what's helped to generate these storms all day today, and they are still going, with indications that we will still see these showers through the overnight period, mainly south of the city, where we could see an additional 2 to 4 inches of rainfall. Earlier estimates were 4 to 6. We've been a few hours into it now, but additional overnight rainfall will add to some of those totals, where in some spots we may see 10 inches to a foot of rain before tomorrow morning. Now, during the day tomorrow, we'll have more spotty showers. Then on Thursday, the focus is going to be on a risk of severe weather. And right now, things can change as this system evolves, but at the moment, most of us are under a 2 of 5 risk, a slight risk. North Shore, especially right along the Louisiana-Mississippi line, a 3 of 5. And the hatched area, you remember that from last week, that is a significant risk of tornadic storms. So tomorrow, it looks like our rain coverage is going to be quite a bit less. Still some isolated downpours that could lead to some more isolated flooding threats. I don't think the threat of flooding is going to be nearly as widespread as we saw today. Still a steady rain out over downtown, 63 degrees with winds out of the east-southeast, helping to fuel those showers and storms at 13 miles an hour. And where we have the heavy rainfall, reduced visibility. So just use caution if you are going to be out on the roadways early tomorrow morning, as we'll likely still have some showers down near the coast, high humidity, likely some fog. We've been in the 60s since the rain got started earlier today, and here is that split flow I was talking about. The one trough is moving away, upper shortwave. The second one is on the way. You see that spin in the atmosphere. As this system approaches, it's going to kickstart another round of showers and storms, although on Thursday, we're not likely to see the real flooding risk as we will the severe risk. What's happening out ahead of that next system is another surge of deep Gulf moisture, which will help to fuel those storms, as well as with this upper trough moving in, we're going to see an increase in instability. In other words, where you would see more thunderstorm development. And as that instability increases, we start to get some of those colors of the reds to yellow. That means there's a better chance for maybe severe storms. Now, I think the bullseye once again is going to be across Mississippi and into Alabama, but as we will be on the tail end of a front, we could easily see a few isolated strong to severe storms here on Thursday. Tomorrow, rain coverage, I've got to say, 50 to 60%. Models right now are trending with far less rainfall, and we're not going to see that line of storms. It'll be more sporadic, heavy downpours. Severe risk on Thursday and much warmer. Temperatures come down behind a weak front, warm and humid this weekend, and then maybe another front moving in, which could possibly move through the area early next week.